Welcome to story time. How are you guys? Remember the book that we're about to finish? It's Ivy and Bean. I don't think there's that much, so I'll hurry up and read it. This is the second book, and it's called Ivy and Bean and the Ghost That Had to Go. That ghost, go. Yes. How are you doing in school? I always want to know because I love school when I was growing up. School was awesome. And when my kids started school, they all hated school. Like, why? I had so much fun in school. But I guess it has changed. I mean, there's so many rules now. And I used to get up and go and drink water from the water fountain. I just got up and go to the bathroom if I had to. And now it's like you need a slip and you need this and that and the other. So I feel bad for you guys. But there's also advantages that you learn more nowadays. Because before we learned to read and write much later. Now you get to school and you're like 1.5 and you're going to school. I get daycare or something and you learn so much more. So, there's always good and bad. Let's get into the story because if not, I'll be like, blah, 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 and then I won't finish. So, it's getting really good. This chapter is called Sneaky Bean. And they are doing some kind of experiment right there. Like, they're just putting, I can't tell what that is. It looks like pepper. Let me see. It looks like some kind of powder. They have a jar for something. Let's see what they're doing. Oh, maybe that's the beans. It looks like paper. Bean! She sounds like one of those screaming monkeys, said Ivy, stirring. She looks like one too, said Bean. Do you need more rosemary? Oh, that's rosemary. I use that to cook fish. It's so good. Sure, Ivy said. Put some more in. Bean, you got to come home now, Mom says. She's yelling at her. Oh, we got visitors. We got dogs. She's too lazy to walk across the street, said Bean. My mom tells her to go get me, and she just stands on the porch and screams. She's lazy, Ivy agreed. She looked at the jars on her shelf. She had a little bit of nutmeg and a lot of seeds she had found in the backyard. She had some dead bugs. She had plenty of baking soda. The problem with making potions with her magic book was that she never had exactly the right ingredients. Sometimes she didn't even know what they were. Don't taste it. Oh, the keeping away evil spirits potion had an ingredient called pony. Pony. Ivy didn't think that meant a real pony. She didn't have a pony anyway. I think we should put in some more baking soda, she said. Bean, you had better not make me come get you. Bean opened Ivy's window and leaned out. Nancy was standing on the porch. Oh my gosh, she's yelling from the window for her to come. Oh gee. Might as well just go get her. Oh, wait. What did it say before? Oh, Nancy was standing on the porch, her face red from screaming. I'll be there in a minute, Bean said in her regular voice. What? Screeched Nancy. I'll be there in a minute, Bean called a little louder. There's one more thing we need, said Ivy. Looking at that book again, she giggled. I can't hear you, but you better get over here right now, or you'll be sorry. I'm already sorry about how stupid you look in those shorts, Bean bellowed. There was a tiny silence, and then Bean's front door banged shut. Nancy was going to tell their mom. Sheesh, says Bean. She's so touchy, but I guess I should go home. My mom will be mad if she has to come and get me. Okay, said Ivy. I can do the rest by myself. But you have to get the last ingredient, she giggled again. It's the most important one. What is it? Said Bean, looking around for her shoes. The hair of an enemy. Oh, said Ivy. A big grin spread over Bean's face. How much? Not much, Ivy said. Just a handful. They looked at each other and began to laugh. Oh my gosh. When Bean woke up, it was dark. She sat up and peered out the window. Wow, she thought, I did it. Outside, a streetlight shone down on a car and an empty sidewalk. Everyone was asleep, even though she hadn't really expected to wake up in the middle of the night. Bean had placed a pair of scissors on the table beside her bed. She took hold of them, pointy end down, and began to tiptoe walk down the hall to Nancy's room. It was funny to be awake when her parents weren't. There were shadows wavering on the walls. Bean began to feel a little scared. It wasn't that she was scared she'd get caught. It was more scary not to be caught. How could her parents not know that she was up? Nancy liked her door closed at night. Bean had always thought that was weird. But now it was just plain annoying because Bean had to open the door without making a sound. Very, very slowly, she turned the knob. Hopefully it won't go. Oh, there's a picture of her with her scissors. And her eyes are looking up at the shadows on the wall. She has polka dots pajamas. They're so cute. And she's tiptoeing bare feet. Oh my gosh. Quietly, she pushed the door. It gave one sharp creak and then swung open. Nancy kept her door closed, but she kept her curtain open. This was very handy because the street light was coming in an open window, gave Bean enough light to see. Oh my gosh! Look what she's doing. She's gonna cut her hair. She's got first ribbon, her name on a banner. She's got, what is that, her brush, a trophy. She's just fast asleep. And here she's with her sisters going to cut her hair. Oh my gosh. I would wake up. I'm a light sleeper. Are you? Oh my gosh. So, Nancy was rolling to a ball under her blanket, and her long brown hair was spilled out over her pillow. Every once in a while, she gave a long, sniffy breath. Bean almost laughed. This was going to be easy peasy, but it wasn't as easy as she thought. Bean stood over Nancy's bed for a long time. She could have cut almost all of Nancy's hair off. It was lying right there. But Bean knew she wasn't going to do that. That would be meaner than anything she had ever done. And besides, she'll get caught. No, what Bean had to decide was whether she wanted Nancy to know her hair had been cut. Oh, Lord. If Bean took one piece and cut it way up near Nancy's head, it could be a couple of weeks before she noticed it, but then it would bug her for a long time. On the other hand, if Bean just trimmed off the little all the way across the bottom, Nancy probably wouldn't notice at all. What is she gonna do? Oh my gosh. Nancy probably... Oh, Bean sighed softly. She should just trim it. This was what Miss Aruba take on making a mature decision. That is not a mature decision, cutting your sister's hair. Oh, jeez. Look, the scissors. She cut strands of hair. Oh, my gosh. She's gonna notice. Don't you think I will notice even though my hair is different length? I would notice. Oh. Mature decisions were not as much fun as immature decisions, but sometimes you had to make them. Bean leaned over the pillow and began to snip very, very quietly. The next chapter is called No Such Thing. And they have both their heads and one hand on the jar full of stars. They got stars and moons on the outside of the jar. Food coloring didn't change the magic of a potion. It just made it look better. Most potions Ivy had learned came out greenish brown. Sometimes they were pinkish brown, which was even worse. So Ivy fixed them up with food coloring. Wow, said Bean when she saw the thick blue liquid in Ivy's jar. I don't know why, it just looks gross to me. It's in black and white for a reason, I guess. That's really blue. Oh, wow, said Bean when she saw the thick blue liquid in Ivy's jar. That's really blue. How much did you put in it? Sorry, I skipped over the line and then I remember I just read it. I'm getting old. Almost a whole thingy. Doesn't your mom get mad when you do that? Asked Bean. But she knew the answer. Ivy's mom didn't get mad about using things. Oh, hello. How are you? That's Mimi. Hi, Minnie. You up to some mischievous situations in here? I'm trying to finish a story. What are you doing? No, touch that. Excuse you. Come on. You come over here. Come over here. Sit next to Maggie. There's a seat right there. Reserved for you. Now she'll sit on everything else besides. Go in the basket then. She's crazy. I went to cut her nails. I tried all by myself. And she went with one of her nails. She's got like one, and then the other one it's okay, and the other one is really long. So she got me with the one that is really sharp, and it drew blood. So I have a band-aid way up here. Ugh. I can't do it. She won't let me cut her nails. I can do anything else. I can bathe her and everything, but she won't let me cut her nails. She's crazy. Anywho, we got off the subject. Let's get back in the story. All right. She got mad about messes. All parents were different. Did you get the hair? Ivy asked. Yeah. Bean pulled a plastic bag out of her pocket. It's just little bits. She didn't even notice, even though that's what Bean had wanted. She had still been disappointed. Such a hard sentence. Ivy understood. Maybe she'll notice later. The two girls crouched down and carefully added the bits of hair to the jar. After they put the lid back on, they took turns shaking the jar until the hair was mixed in. Look at their backpacks. They're walking to school, I guess, to the classroom. One has a backpack with a butterfly, the other one being with a monkey. Oh, jeez. Okay. What are you doing? Did you hear the door? It went. Don't bring the ghost over here, please. That's not in the book. Okay. Then Ivy whispered some magic words while Bean plugged her ears. Even with the oath of liquids, Bean wasn't supposed to hear Ivy's magic words. When she was done, Ivy put the jar in her backpack. The girls started walking to school. Did you bring a present for the ghost? Ivy asked. I'm going to give it my $50, said Bean, showing a bright silver coin. What about you? I brought one of my fossils, the shell one. That's a good present for a ghost. Fossils and ghosts were both leftovers of dead things. It looks more like a croissant, doesn't it? It looks like a croissant and a quarter. Oh, jeez. Okay. When the girls got to Emerson School, Leo was waiting for them. Are you guys still going to expel the ghost? He asked. Oh, of course, we made a potion, said Bean. Leo shook his head. You guys are nuts, he said. But then he asked, what's in it? Secret, said Bean. All we can tell you is that this potion is very powerful, said Ivy in a mysterious voice. And at lunch recess, the ghost will be expelled, never to return. Leo dropped his ball and gave it a soft kick. I'll help if you want. By morning recess, all the kids in the second grade knew that Ivy and Bean were going to expel the ghost at lunch. Jeez, news run fast in that school. Everyone gathered around the play structure again. Miss Arubate said you weren't supposed to talk about the ghost anymore, Ivy, said Susu. She snapped the waist of her skirt. Oh, snapped the waist. Okay. That's not what she said, Ivy said. She said she expected that she wouldn't hear any more nonsense about a ghost in the bathroom. She's not going to because we're going to expel it with our potion, added Bean. That's why we're doing it, said Ivy. For Miss Arubatate, if it was just us, we don't mind it. My uncle knows a guy who saw a ghost, and his hair turned white in 1 second, said Eric. Ghosts are dead, said Drew. They're going to eat our brains. Ivy and Bean rolled their eyes. That's zombies, said Bean. The ghost was here first, Ivy said, trying to be patient. The school invaded its resting place. We have to send it back to its grave. But we're going to give it presents like the Egyptians did with their dead people. It's going to be a ceremony. Susu snapped her waistband again and said, Well, I don't believe in ghosts, and I'm going to tell Miss Arubatate what you're doing. She turned toward the classroom. Oh, thought Bean. Trouble! Halt! It was Ivy's voice, louder than anyone, but Bean had ever heard it. Susu halted. Ivy glared at Susu. You have insulted the ghost of Emerson School. The ghost is now your enemy. Susu's face got bright pink. No, it's not. There's no such thing as ghost. Quickly, before Ivy could get really mad, Bean said, Don't worry, Susu. We're going to expel the ghost. We got a potion. I'm not worried, Susu said in a high voice. But she said it was my enemy, and she's not supposed to talk about it. It's not your enemy, I promise, said Bean firmly. She was just kidding. She looked hard at Ivy. Ivy smiled sweetly. But if you wanted to make extra sure, you could give it a present, too. Just to be on the safe side. What? Said Susu. You could give the ghost a present, said Ivy. For it to carry to the grave, just in case there's such a thing as ghosts. Susu stared at Ivy. I don't have a present. Ivy looked her over. That hair clip is nice. Susu thought for a moment, and then she unhooked her pink butterfly hair clip. You can have it. I have lots of better ones at home, she said, giving it to Ivy. I'm sure the ghost will like it a lot, even if it doesn't have any hair, said Bean. It can use it for decoration, said Ivy. And the bell rang. She's so mad. She had to take the clip of her hair. Just looking at her like sideways, like, huh. Okay. In the haunted bathroom. We must drink some water. No. That's not what he said, but I had to drink some water. The second grade ate his lunch faster than ever before. Deucey choked on his sandwich and almost threw up. Then Eric hit him on the back. After that, he was fine. Oh my gosh, I have to show you this picture. He's almost puking there. He dropped his sandwich, I guess. He's spitting on the floor. And everybody else is eating their lunch. Oh gosh. Ivy couldn't eat her lunch at all. Bean only ate her cookies. Soon all the second grade and some of the first grade gathered around the play structure. They stared at Ivy and Bean and the jar of blue potion in Ivy's hand. Ooh! The two girls started toward the haunted bathroom. About 20 kids followed along to watch. Oh my goodness. Then they got to the breezeway where the bathroom was. Everyone sat down on the benches along the sides. Bean started to feel a little sweaty. She tried to think about Mr. Rubate saying that the bathroom wasn't haunted. But she kept thinking about an army of ghosts. There was the portal. There was the bathroom door. It was just her and Ivy and Leo. Leo's going in the girls' bathroom, hollered Eric from the bench. Leo's a girl, yelled Deucey. Leo gave a little jump and said, I'm not going in, you goons. I'm keeping watch. Turning to Ivy and Bean, he said, if the yard duty comes, I'll throw the ball at the door. They nodded. Ivy took a deep breath, reached out and pushed the door open. Together, Ivy and Bean entered the bathroom. Dun, dun, dun. Oh boy. Inside was dim and quiet. Bean noticed that it smelled better than it usually did. Do you feel it? Said Ivy, looking around. Nothing happened. After a moment, Bean stopped feeling sweaty. She was glad there wasn't an army, but she wanted to see one ghost at least. She squinted and then popped her eyes out. There! Yes, she said, and I see the mist. A thin cloud was just fading in the corner. They stood still. Do you hear something? Bean whispered. It was a smooth sighing sound. It sounded as if it was coming from very far away. I hear it, Ivy said. That was a little spooky. Bean began to feel sweaty again. We better start chanting, Ivy breathed. Nothing would help. Yeah, said Bean. We come in peace, she whispered. We come in peace, said Ivy loudly. She raised her hands to the ceiling and fluttered her fingers down. Bean fluttered her fingers too. Oh, ghost friend, haunt our school no more. Her voice was louder now. Lie peacefully under our school, wailed Ivy. That was better. The bathroom wasn't spooky anymore. She began to turn in circles, waving her hands. Now Bean whirled around too, shouting, Take our respectful greeting and fly away. This was getting fun. Farewell, shrieked Ivy, spinning faster and faster. Return to your resting place, and we will honor you forever. She jumped a few times. Begone! Leave the bathroom of Emerson School, screamed Bean. She did a few high kicks. Leave the bathroom of Emerson School, screamed Ivy, jumping and whirling. She banged into one of the stall's doors. Ow! Bean was still spinning. The bathroom zoomed around her. Woo! She stopped and held onto a stall. Can we do the potion now? She asked. Ivy unscrewed the lid of the jar and crouched down. The bathroom grew quiet. Ghost be gone, she murmured and poured a line of potion in front of every door. Oh, in front of the door, not every door. Oh, jeez. She crawled around the edges of the bathroom, pouring. Be gone, being chanted slowly. Softly. What's wrong with me? It's late, you guys. It's like 4 in the morning. Ugh. Anywho, let's see if I can finish this book. Be gone, being chanted softly. Ivy stuck her hand in something wet. Oh, yuck, she said. The bathroom was very quiet now. Peaceful. 3 stalls down, 1 to go. Look, I'm going crazy in the bathroom. Chanting and dancing. It took a lot of concentration to pour evenly. Ivy made sure that she got every corner. The bright blue potion gleamed on the tile, and Ivy stopped under the paper towel dispenser to look at her work. It was pretty. She looked up. No mist. No sighing noise. The bathroom looked normal, except for the blue potion. The ghost was gone. I think we did it, she said, peering around. Being squinted. Is it gone? Yes, said Ivy. Expelled. Never to return. I'm sort of sad that it's over, said Bean. It was fun having a haunted bathroom. But we still have to do the presents, said Ivy, taking her fossil and Susu's hair clip out of her pocket. Bean took out her $50. How are we going to, she began. And then there was a bang on the door. Oh my gosh, how am I going to show you this? Look at all this line, all this blue line around the, I guess, all the stalls. The trash can. They went around the sinks. Oh my goodness, when the janitor comes in, he's got a lot to clean. Expels. The next chapter. I think they're looking down the toilet. That looks like the lid of the toilet. The seat. You know how the seat looks like almost an entire circle. Anywho, it was Leo's soccer ball. Bean started for the door. No, the presents, hissed Ivy. She stuffed the jar in a trash can and rushed into a stall. Bean rushed after her. What are you doing? Ivy was throwing the fossil and Susu's hair clip into the toilet. It's gonna get stuck in there. Oh my gosh. Give me your $50, she said. Quick. Bean handed it to her. Ivy threw that into the toilet too. But why are you putting them in Bean began. The bathroom door whisked open. How else are we going to get them underground? Ivy whispered. She flushed. Come out here this instant. They knew that voice. It wasn't Rose the yard duty. It was Miss Noble. Ivy and Bean came out of the stall. Miss Noble's wrinkles were all pointing downward in a terrible frown. Just what do you think you're doing in here? She boomed. Going to the bathroom? Oh, said Ivy. It was all she could think of. She glanced at Bean. Help! There are 30 children huddled out in the hall, staring at this bathroom like it's a television. I know you're up to something. Miss Noble snapped. You can tell me or you can tell the principal. Excuse me. She reached out and grabbed Bean by the shoulder. Oh, she can't. She doesn't have to grab her by the shoulder. Her fingers were like claws. Oh my gosh. We just had Bean had no idea what she was going to say next. Then they heard something, a groan, a grinding, a gurgling, a sound of water, and then from the toilet, a river of water came spilling and splashing over the side and onto the tiles. There was a lot of it, and it didn't stop coming. Something under the floor was making a lot of noise. Oh gosh, that is gross. They put the toilet with all the water coming out, and it's gonna flood the whole bathroom. Look at the lady. She looks so funny. It's the huge, pointy high heels and like a checkered dress. Her hair, I can't even. She looks like Bozo the clown. The water ran over the sides of the toilet and streamed across the tile floor. Miss Noble let go of Bean's shoulder and took a step backwards. The water flowed toward her red high heels. She stepped back again. We heard the toilet making a funny noise. Oh my gosh! Minnie, you have to be careful, baby. Oh, she almost tripped over the entire light thing and my setup here. Woo! Whew. I got kind of sweaty myself. Oh my gosh. We heard the toilet making a funny noise, said Ivy, watching the water roll across the floor. Here she comes again. Minnie, we were trying to fix it when you came in, but it's still broken, said Bean. Now she's lying. Oh my gosh. The toilet water slush around their shoes. It's kind of gross, isn't it? Yeah, said Ivy to Miss Noble. At least there's what in it, said Bean. Miss Noble didn't answer. She hopped backward, but the water touched her. Ooh, her red high heels anyway. Disgusting. She hopped. Disgusting. I'll call the janitor. Ooh. She hopped again, yanked the door open, and was gone. Ivy and Bean stepped into the breezeway, their shoes making wet marks on the cement. Leo was leaning against the wall in his soccer ball under his arm. Most of the others were still sitting on the benches. Well, said Emma, what happened? The ghosts had been expelled, said Ivy. But it wasn't easy. They got a picture of all three of them. Everybody else, they're back because they're sitting on the bench. Okay. Miss Noble ran, said Vanessa. Bean shrugged. She was scared. She couldn't take it. Well, she came in during a very scary part, Ivy said. That ghost really wanted to stay in the bathroom. What did he look like? Eric asked. Ivy looked at Bean. Strange, pale. Bean looked at Ivy. Almost like water? So it's gone, said Suzu. For good? Yes, said Ivy, but I wouldn't go in there for a while. The bathroom got kind of messed up, said Bean. The second graders looked toward the bathroom door. They were quiet, thinking about the bathroom and Miss Noble and the ghost. Come on, said Eric. There's a little more recess left. They started walking down the breezeway. Ivy and Bean sat down on a bench. Leo looked at them. So, what really happened in there? He asked. Secret, said Bean. Leo bounced the soccer ball hard against the cement and caught it. Hey, I was the one who warned you about that Miss Noble was coming. Bean looked at Ivy. Ivy looked at the playground. Where the second graders were getting back to their regular lunch recess stuff. Eric was chasing Drew. Michaela and Vanessa were pulling on a jump rope. The kindergartners were grinding rocks. Emma and Susu were practicing cartwheels again. Only Leo has stayed. Okay, we'll tell you. Leo slid his eyes. Was there a ghost in there, really? Totally, said Bean. Leo glanced from one to the other. And that's why Miss Noble ran? Ivy looked at the sky. Well, actually, Miss Noble ran because the toilet overflowed on her shoes. The toilet overflowed on her shoes? Leo said, how come? Ivy flushed the ghost presents down the toilet, explained Bean. You flushed a fossil? Leo laughed. And $50 and a hair clip. It seemed like the best way to send them, Ivy said. We didn't have time to dig a hole. She giggled. It was kind of funny. You guys are wacko, said Leo, laughing. The three of them walked down to the playground together. Hey, Leo, do you want to play soccer anyway? Asked Bean. I'm getting kind of sick of gymnastics. I never really liked gymnastics very much, said Ivy. I can't do cartwheels. What a great day. I believe this might be the last chapter. What a great day, Bean thought. She was eating her ice cream on the front porch. She stirred hard, watching the chocolate part swirl into the vanilla part. Yum! Ice cream soup! Ivy stepped out onto her porch, holding an ice cream bar. Come over, yelled Bean. Ivy went back inside and came out after a moment. She started down the steps, stopping every few feet and licked the drips from her bar. What do you have? She asked as she sat next to Bean. Oh my gosh. Oh, they're so mischievous. They're eating their ice cream. Ice cream soup, said Bean, showing her. They ate in silence for a few minutes. Then, bang! The porch door slammed shut behind Nancy. You spilled on your shirt, she said to Bean. Bean looked down. She had spilled on her shirt. Oh, well, she said. Nancy sat down. I'll never come out, she said. Mom said you have to come in and do your math. Hi, Nancy, said Ivy. Hi, said Nancy in a not very friendly way. You're supposed to go in, Bean. Okay, said Bean without getting up. Did you get a new haircut, Nancy? Oh my gosh, you're gonna... She's gonna know. What? No, said Nancy. There was a pause. Why? Does my hair look different? Bean stared very hard at her milkshake. Ivy licked a drip. Yeah, she tilted her head to the side and looked at Nancy's hair. The bottom there looks different. Kind of uneven, you know. It does, said Nancy, grabbing some hair and pulling it in front of her face like this. Oh my gosh. Yeah, sort of uneven, Ivy said. She cracked up a piece of chocolate coating and she ate it. Nancy stared at her hair and then got up and went inside. Ivy and Bean finished their ice cream in silence. A really great day, thought Bean. Now they're having Nancy crazy looking at her hair. She's going to be wondering what happened. Oh my goodness. The end. That was the end. There's so many pages left. Oh, because this is like a preview of book 3. Well, we're not going to do that because it's like 40 minutes long. So, I got to go. I got to do this. And that's a wrap. We got through the book. It wasn't a ghost. I guess. The toilet was overflowing the whole time. And they thought it was a ghost. It was so funny. Did you like it? I enjoyed it. Maggie fell asleep. Now I'm going to have to carry her to the bed. Oh, I hope you have a good weekend. Next week. Well, not next week. This week. Because it's already Monday. What am I talking about? My husband is off all this week. So, If you guys don't hear from me, don't worry, don't panic. We have a few things. I have to go see my doctor because I haven't seen him since last year. And what else? What else? Just a few things that we have planned. Hopefully, Maggie will stay out of trouble, like not getting sick or anything. So, we'll see what happens. So, I hope you have a good week. Can you believe this month is halfway gone? Pretty soon it'll be summer again. Oh my gosh. Well, enjoy your day, your night, or whenever you're watching this. Love you bunches, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.